everyone. Hope you're doing well today. If you're watching the show after the stream, hope you're having a great week. Ready to slide on. It's Thursday. Ready to slide on into hopefully what is an absolutely fantastic weekend for you. What are we doing today? What we do every week. Probably doing a little more 3D work. Trying to figure things out. Maybe do some stuff on works on some of my shows. And if there are any questions, if you have any questions about anything or you want to figure something out, let me know in the comment section too. After the video has been released, it's a VOD, and I'll do my best to answer them and figure out what you're trying to accomplish, what you're trying to do, right? Woo! It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, like I said, and yeah, so I guess what I'm going to do is work on some 3D art and animation like I have been. Been working, trying to figure out this wake simulation that I'm trying to do for the third episode of Navy Story, which if you haven't had a chance to see it yet, I need to get a bot in here working so that it is available for you, available for me to post stuff. Let me get this. Let's come in here, there, yeah, maybe. Here's the first one. I also have a number 2 up there right now, and I am actually working on number 3 at the moment. If you're watching after the show, check out the link in the description and you can see those. So I'm working on the third episode, which is a completely different scene than the airbase that you've seen, Naval Air Station that you saw in the first 2 episodes, and it's going to be based on an aircraft carrier. Probably do a few episodes there, and I'm trying to set up a wake simulation for the ship to make it look really good, like it's traveling through the ocean. I got an amazing, absolutely beautiful look set up, but I've been having running into some issues doing a really good wake simulator. I've tried, my friend has Flip Fluids, Contradiction Design, who you may see in here from time to time. He has a Flip Fluids, which is really good for that wake simulation. I see a lot, whenever you type in wake simulation for boats, most of the videos that come up talk about, hey, use Flip Fluids. But I tried to set something up using Blender's built-in tools. And it sort of did a wake simulation, but it didn't look that great. It looked like the ship was actually traveling through clay. The water wouldn't reform behind the ship the way it was supposed to. Maybe some of the settings I have set up, I think I have everything set up right. I also tried a dynamic paint, which I couldn't get to work really well unless I had the ship like really hauling ass through the ocean. And you know, you're not going to have a aircraft carrier going 150 miles an hour. So Contradiction Design, what is going on? The man himself, a legend, is here. I was talking about Flip Fluids, and my friend in here, Contradiction Design, check out his channel. Awesome friend of mine, does a lot of videos that viewers are finding really helpful in comparing like the capabilities of graphics cards related to rendering in Cycles and Blender, maybe EV2, I don't know, but yeah, it's compared to capabilities of like E and NVIDIA. Do you have, my friend, any Intel GPUs? I was wondering about that. I didn't get a chance to ask you about that. I don't know. You have a lot of different GPUs. Yeah, check out his channel. But he has Flip Fluids, and the problem is when you run the simulations using like fluid simulations, especially, you have to really improve reduce the voxel size by changing the resolution, and then baking that simulation and then rendering so you can render your frames in a reasonable amount of time. The problem is, to get it to look good, you have to really reduce your voxel size and increase the resolution, which takes a long time to bake, and it produces results that are, a massive size for the simulation. So huge sizes for the baked simulation that it just isn't practical to share between one another. Right? And so I've tried a bit. Last stream, if you saw it, I was working on taking planes and maybe doing some displacement on them, adding some noise and creating my little ocean planes and then adding them to create something that's like a simulated wake that isn't a fluid simulation. I've also got a free, and it just came out, requires Blender 3.6.1, although I think it will also use Blender 3.0. It's called Dynamic Ocean. It just recently came out, and basically it handles a simulation, but it doesn't use fluid simulation, and it does not use dynamic paint. It uses simulation nodes in simulation geometry nodes. I have no familiarity with geometry nodes. I haven't used them. I have more familiarity with shader nodes. So I was trying to get that to work. I got it to work and I understood some of it, but I couldn't apply the nodes. I tried to append them to another plane I had in a different Blender file, and it just didn't look right. And I couldn't actually move like a cube through the water and have it produce a wake. Although I think maybe I need to use a solidify modifier, and that may be part of my problems. Add a little bit of thickness to the mesh, and sometimes that helps. Woo! I have an Intel Arc A770 16GB. Oh, nice. Okay. How do you like the performance of that, like relative to the NVIDIA and also the AMD graphics card? Oh my God, we got Lost Tales in here. Woo! I was actually gonna send you, Lost Tales. I was gonna send you a Discord message this morning. Jeremy sent me a message from you, and you'll understand what I'm talking about, to stop hacking and stop camping spawn points. I don't know. It's just what he said. Yeah, I was watching last night. He got so salty. You were squad wiping them all, and they got so freaking salty. It's hilarious. Ow, he has to be hacking. Just need to boost them skills. Woo! I don't know if he was honestly angry. It seems like he was salty, but I think you're good friends with him, so I think it was partially, you know, just teasing you and being legitimately enraged. But, Lost Tales, how are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for coming by. And if you're new to the show and sitting out there in the shadows, please come in and say hello. We'd love to get a chance to talk to you as we continue on this journey. Got a great sort of bittersweet message this morning on YouTube. Basically said, hey, this video sucks, but I learned some really cool stuff in it, so thank you, bro. And then he he said, this video's really good, and subscribe to the channel. So there you go. A little bit of bittersweet messaging. Woo! Good stuff, though. Hey, you subbed, man. You watched my stuff. Hey, got that view time in there. That's all. That's what I care about, right? Lost Tales, hope you're doing well this morning, and also Contradiction Design. I'm sorry if you had done a video on that, a comparison video. I haven't got a chance to see it yet. I need to go back and watch a number of your videos doing comparison tests. It's really interesting to see you set up those tests and how the results are. Really good knowledge, especially if you're trying to buy a new graphics company. If you're in the market, it's good to check those things out. So Contradiction Design has a lot of that, does a lot of modeling and rigging and things like that. It is good stuff, I tell you. It is very sexy stuff. Woo! But it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, is it not? It is. Birthday was on Tuesday. Had a beautiful birthday stream. Had a lot of friends coming by, longtime friends from Twitch days and coming in, new faces and things like that. I want to say that I am, what is it? 51, man. I've reached the crest, and I'm over the next half decade. Okay, look at that. 51. Reached the big 5-1 on this day, right? Woo! Went to a seafood boil with the wife, man. It was amazing, absolutely delicious, awesome, incredible. Loved it, and the week's been too bad so far. Got to reach out to some people looking out to me about engineering jobs. Talked to recruiters about that. One was close by and hasn't followed up, man. I don't deal with recruiters that I hold them to the same standard that an employer would. Yeah. But it's a beautiful day in this neighborhood, right? It is. It's a gorgeous day. I'm telling you. Whether you want to feel it or not, it is not doing well. Better for you and lives, right? It is a beautiful day. So what are we going to do today? That's a good question. You know, I will tell you that I forgot about this stream. I totally forgot about the stream. This morning, and I'm looking, I'm like, I'm working on some. Actually, I'm rendering. I think it's done rendering. Yeah, let's go check out the scene that I actually. Oh, I didn't actually start rendering. Let's render this. I don't know if it's going to kill the stream, but I wanted to render this. We can kind of talk. Hopefully, it renders okay. I don't know. Let's try it. Worst, it's going to kill the stream, right? Worst, it's going to kill everything in the stream. And we can, just like Tina Turner says, we can build. Okay? From Anti-Entity, Mad Max Beyond. Rest in peace. Loved her to death. She's amazing. For some reason, YouTube is not letting me send messages on my browser. But yeah, Jeremy was both. You're doing well too. Oh man. Man, everyone on that team was accusing you of everything. Okay, and there were very salty words sent through the chat. I heard it, man. I was laughing. I tell you, Lost Tales. And I'm thinking, I'm just looking at all those faces there. I'm like, get good. Arc 770 is similar to 6800 XT or the 3060 in Blender 3. Oh, that's cool, man. That's good. So it sounds like it's decent, It's a viable option, so to speak. Okay? That's good shit. Let's head into the front lines here. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, take this. We're going in. All right, it's an absolutely beautiful day in this neighborhood. What are we rendering? One of the scenes for... yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to render. I was actually starting to render this before I started streaming, and then I saw it was 12:50 and I was 51. I'm like, aren't I supposed to be streaming today? I'm like, shit. I had to rush to get on stream. But, I love being here hanging out with you. That's not going to work. Probably because I'm running a... let me take a look and see what the load is on the GPU right now. Oh my god. Oh, this may not. Let me close that. Still may be able to do this. We can make it. I think I still had something sitting out there. Graphics card RAM. That's significantly. Did you ever check out those new mocap where I posted? I did not. Let's go look at them right now. I'm sorry about that. Let me go check that out. Might as well while we're waiting for this. Where did you put that? Let's see here. Put that in oh yeah, Sony here it is. You got Sony copy 3D motion capture system. Leaving Discord. Yes, I'm leaving Discord. So, okay, so you have it. It's kind of like you're putting those markers that you put in auto-rigpro. You're putting them on your stuff in real. Okay. No, I have not checked it out, but here it is. I'll get some cash back. Sure, why not? Woo! I'd like to go back to the web. Now you just wrecked everything. Visit. Yeah, but I'm checking it out now, man. That's actually, if you think about mocap in deals, I think. Okay. This one looks like it was in PC and console. Fine. I don't mind the in deals, but yeah, it looks like. Which is cool. It doesn't do the fingers and stuff, but you can always add those yourself. Nice. Okay. So it's 3D motion capture with only 6 comfortable, lightweight sensors, full body tracking system, run from a compatible smartphone. Is that only iPhone though? Or do they have a Google Play? I've got all this stock in Apple, and I've made a pant load of stock enough to buy multiple iPhones, and I don't have a single Apple product. I got it when they were low. They were being beat down. All of a sudden, they shot back up, and I'm like, woo! So yeah, okay, nice. So I'm gonna you had another link in there too, right? Got two links in there, my friend. Um, oh, this is oh Rococo. I used to use some of their motion capture retargeting. Solo, bro. So it's a very simple system, which is good. Wait a minute. What's he on? What's he on? What's he on? That's the one thing I don't know if they have a Makopi app for Android. You know? And I guess I could get a burner iPhone, an old one that runs the Makopi, right? That's all you really need. He's referring to iPhone, and I don't know if. Yeah, I'm sorry you're having a problem sending messages on browser. I guess you're having to do that on your phone, which could be a pain. About that. Else. Art to art! Woo! Hello, MRU. Can't stay long. Getting ready to go out with the grandchildren soon, but saw you around. Thank you so much, man. Busy, but you still have time to come here. Thank you from the bottom of my heart, everyone. Yeah, hopefully there is, because I think that's a very inexpensive. I mean, motion capture stuff can be like expensive. I think that our friend, my friend Markham, 3D, he has a motion capture suit. I think it was much more expensive. So yeah, I don't see like a lot of these things. Stuff's made for iPhone. But and thank you, Art to Art. I did see. I think that was your message to me about the anime stuff on Twitter, or X as it is known now. About buying some anime from Disney. I'm sure you could get that on fire sale now, as horribly as Disney. Oh, that company's a dumpster fire. But anyway, so yeah, I watched the earnings call yesterday. It did not provide any encouragement about it. So anyway, motion capture, see more features. Motion capture indoor, outdoor. I'm just trying to see, what they have as far as like applications. Partners, movies, social services, art services. Yeah, I don't know. Game engines, editing software. I wonder if Rococo like partnered with Sony. It says Sony. The one we were looking at. So I want to get to where it doesn't show anything about like the software. Go down here. We're already looking at this. Wait. Okay, so they do have a Google. That's nice. They do have a Google one, right? So yeah, that's I don't have that money to spend right now. My wife would kill me. I'd be living out in the backyard for but I get 499 Sony points. I don't even know what that is, but that's got to be good, right? Yes. But yeah, that's cool. I will look more into that. I don't have really done any motion capture. I've mostly been using Rococo, not Rococo. What do you call that? Mixamo, because there's a ton of motion capture in there, and they're just modifying. Like I'm using it here in Navy Stories Episode 3. So wow, I'm a. But yeah. So no money, no honey. Yeah, exactly. Which is why I cannot buy that anime from Disney right now. Although Disney's probably going to sell it to me for nothing. They may just actually give it away at this point, right? Art to art. They're not doing so well, man. In their earnings call yesterday, I was watching, listening to that commentary. It's like, yeah, I'm not invested. So yeah, so that's going to land there. I was going to render this, but let's try. Currently saving up for that, or if something better comes along by the time I do. Nice. Well, I wish you the best with that, and when you do get it, I will be bugging the crap out of you, Lost Tales, for doing motion capture for me. I hope you understand this. You should not have admitted it in my chat. No, but I appreciate you, Lost Tales. I really do. How was Battlefield last night? I think it was good for you, not so good for everybody who was on the enemy team. I was going to say, Lost Tales, you were fighting for the Empire. If you kill everybody, how are you going to rule over no one? So don't go killing everybody, man. Got to save some people. Yeah, so let's see if we can render this. Okay, I'm going to render it. I think everything's set up with 251. And thank you, Art Dart. I hope you have an amazing day with your grandchildren. I know you love your family. You talk about them. You're proud of them. And that's just awesome. Love to hear it. You still may not have enough RAM. We use a little more RAM when we're, seeing. No money, no honey. So true, my friend. And was it that you, Art Dart? I think that you were saying that you were the one that like tagged me and said, "Why don't you buy this anime from studios they bought they can't afford to have anymore?" You know what I mean? So I was gonna render this, and we're gonna see what this scene looks like. Here. Well, it's really fun triggering. I'd say some days it's probably easier to do than others, right? He does a lot of streaming and stuff like that. So he probably, when you get lack of sleep and things like that, you become more irritable. So but I can't say anything. I can't say anything. He was on a streak there. When I was there, he was like ending about like got an 8 kill streak, which is impressive. Is he using a controller? Are you? Oh yeah, you guys are on PlayStation, right? Aren't you on PlayStation? Leave. So we're rendering the scene here. I want to see how the end of this scene compares to the beginning of the next. If you're new to the channel, please come in to say hello, and we'd love to talk to you. Meet new faces, make new friends. Got any questions about anything? I try to do my best to answer those while I'm here, and like the other day, had somebody come in, ask some questions about rigging and things like that, and I was able to answer. I'm not an expert, I think I'm fairly good at Blender, but that I don't know. So, maybe we can possibly help. Woo! I caught a little bit of the Cobra Cast last. Just a little bit of it. I was tired, man. I'm old. Can't stay up that late. But it was good. He does that after his Battlefront adventures, right? That's really cool. So, yeah. Were you there for his later stream, Cobra Cast? This is rendering pretty quick, man. I'm using the optics cores here. Of course, optics is the best because it renders faster. Fortunately, it can only use cache can only use RAM on the card. So I'm limited 8 gigabytes. Using CUDA cores, you have access to the 8 GB. Your graphics cards RAM, plus you also have access to some system memory. Can't render with optics. Try optimizing your scene so it will fit, because optics is faster. But if you just can't, you can render and you may be able to render scenes you can't render. I couldn't stay long silent. I couldn't either. That's pretty late. You know, it's past my bedtime, which is 5:30. Woo! I'm old, man. I need my beauty rest. Old man sleeps and shit like that. So I guess maybe after what we'll do after rendering this, we'll play around with this new shader I found. My friend Jeremy, who you might have seen in the stream, different Jeremy lost it. This is a different. And then he was posting a link to something new. Looks like there's some really promising stuff coming up with Blender 4.0 and some really amazing things with geometry node simulation. The ocean, kind of like water simulation, that is significantly faster than fluid simulation, and it uses geometry. So yeah, exciting stuff. One of them is this one right here that I saw here on X, formerly known as Twitter. But he's using it's not fluid simulation as far as I know. It's just geometry nodes, simulation nodes with geometry nodes. And it pretty amazing, man. It's a product that he just created. He's going to be selling. I found one for free. I was just searching the YouTubes. And I think that diamond means he's part of Blender, right? He supports. I think the Blender team. So it looks pretty promising. My friend tagged me with it. I think I did follow him. And yeah, so it's really cool. I don't know when he's going to put it up for sale. So I've been trying to think of things I can do for a ship wake. And yeah, so working on that. It's kind of like the biggest snag in what I'm doing at this point. Yesterday I just started continuing on. I'm like, I'm gonna continue to look at ship wake, but I need to get the rest of the show done. Everybody's got their voice lines in. I need to check the pilot's voice lines that was done by a voice artist, voice actor that I met through a website called Casting Call. And also I met a new, voice actor is going to be returning for first petty officer for Sandoval, which is on the second episode. He's going to be in this third episode as well. So, beautiful day in this neighborhood. I really need to get working on completing my rigging tutorial. It's going to be a long one. Good chapter marker. Hopefully people find it useful. You know, I never thought when I started releasing tutorial videos that anyone would care about anything I did, but you never know, you know, and people generally have overwhelmingly positive response. Some people don't like it, but hey, there's always going to be people that don't like what you do. That's fine. You know? Get that emotional state in your head, and you always want 100 good things that could happen, but it's that one negative thing to focus on. And it's genetic. Your mind is a supercomputer that's designed to work. And a negative emotional state is a problem that your mind will sit there and focus on it, and then you have to redirect your mind and train it to work. And it's not easy. We have these weird emotions. Human beings are strange. We have these. We've got the power of a supercomputer as far as our intelligence, but we also have this animalistic emotional state that can, and it's hard to fight those both. You know? Find the balance. Work your whole life to find that balance, and it's not easy. Anyway, we got the B-14 landing on the carrier here. Looks like it's rendering pretty fast. While this is doing this, I'm going to step away for a second. I have to go use the restroom, but I will be back momentarily. Like I said, thank you so much, guys, for spending your time in here. Appreciate that. Art the Art has his family with him, grandchildren crawling all over the place, and him, but it's time to come in. I appreciate that. I'll be right back. Woo! have to follow up on that with your low rendering. Yeah, it shouldn't be too bad. It's actually moving along pretty quickly. Once this is done, then I'm going to I think play around with that dynamic water simulation. Let me show you. I found it on Gumroad. Someone was talking about it on YouTube on channels the other. I might I save this. Well, I think I have a link to it. Um, okay, Lost Tales. I don't know if you want me to talk about what you just sent me in private DM. If you don't, that's fine. I could answer it here on stream, or if you rather keep it hush, anything. Um, but what I wanted to do is go to this link, show you what a cool thing I found the other day. I actually have Blender 3.6.1 now. Go here. It is. Here's the link. So we're going to copy that there. This is what I found. It's called dynamic stylized water, and it uses simulation nodes that are part of geometry. What resolution are you rendering with? Moving to UE5 was a good choice for me, and I don't mind. If you want to get up on stream, yes, and react during render. Sure, that would be great, man. I'd love to. I'm rendering 1920 by 1080. I use 1080p. I could go more, but I figure most people are watching this on their phone and tablets and stuff like that. 1080p looks great. I don't go 4K or anything like that. 1920 by 1080. That's what I've been doing. 720p would probably be okay. I like 1080p a little bit better. I think it looks better on my TV and stuff like that. So sure, yeah, I'd be happy to look at that. Yeah, here rendering. Look at that, man. So bring it up now. So you're totally cool with me clicking on this and bringing this up on stream, right? Oh, it's okay. That's kind of cool. I'd love to. And just so you know, my military experience is from a long time ago. And I've worked on fighter aircraft. I wasn't like soldier in the ground, so I was support. Okay, so I bring it up on stream here. Woo! Okay. So is this for a story that you're writing, like one of your visual novel or something? Manuals provide prime protective soldiers here and specific guidelines for conducting protectorate operations. Oh, English is good. You English really good, my friend. All this, man, dude. Are you serious? This is like a tech manual. Can I show it on stream? I just want to be very careful because I don't like to invade people's privacy. People tell me what they want me to know about them. And I've actually met people who later I found out that they worked for like Daz 3D or something like that. And it's like, hey, people tell me what they want me to. I want you to feel like it's safe to talk to me and that I'm not going to like use advantage of you. Like try to get like push you Lost Tales. Have me host Jeremy's show. Okay? I will put pressure on you about that, but not too much. Oh, I'm kidding. Maybe. So, Circus Digi, what is going on? Yes, but also for UE5, water simulations are so amazing, and renders are super fast. And I got to look into UE5, right? It's completely fine. It's already, it's ready to be shared. Okay, boom. All right, no, there's no going back from this, Lost Tales. So we're going to pop this up over here. I may have to read some of it off stream too, you know? I need to look into that because my friend, if you saw him, WP Guru has been coming in here. Came in here last time. He's been using a lot of UE5. I think he's actually designing a game. And also, if you ever seen him, Dumb Money Media. I used to call him Dumb Monkey Media. But he's really cool, and he would come in here, and he said he's been switched to UE5. I've got another person when I was doing my show for like the MRU Chronicles. He's been doing basically a show as well, but he's done it all in UE5. And I've seen some Star Wars episodes that people have created, like fan-made stuff in UE5 that looks amazing. And UE 5.1 came out, didn't it? Right? Circus Digi, so good to see you. All right. And like I said, if you're new to the show, come on in here, man. Say hello. We'd love to get to meet you and all that other good stuff, right? Seriously, I'm joking. So yeah, you're very eloquent. Did you write this up stuff? I have to get you to write up my scripts and shot lists. Meticulous site selection, very meticulous. Prime Protectorate soldiers in cooperation with Galactic Council. Thorough assessments of strategic critical resources, very important, and defensibility against potential threats are taken into account. The chosen site must provide an optimal balance between. Got to build them foxholes, right? Geographers, engineers, and intelligence. And you're very good at writing, dude. Are involved in evaluating potential sites, advanced and satellite imagery. I'm good at writing silly shit. Hey, RTR, thank you so much for coming in. I appreciate that. We love you here. Have a fun time with the grandchildren. Give those grandchildren a big hug for me, right? And tell them, Commander said, the commander sent this commander sent that message. He sent that hug to your ass. Currently learning UE5 for environment creation. I've heard lots of good things about UE5. I subscribe to him. He has been super helpful with converting Genesis 8 to Genesis. Yeah, I know WP Guru. That's a really, that's just a really, he's really decent. We've become friends. Great person. We're actually talking about doing a co-stream sometime, and it's never came about. This is good stuff, man. Very well done. Very well done. I think you've done a bang-up job here. Right? Were you ever in the military yourself? Reconnaissance and galactic and intelligence. But thank you so much, RTR. I hope you have an amazing day with your brain. I use military field manuals. Okay, well, it looks like it. I can tell that you did because it looks very, very well done. Right? As reference to create this. I like to be thorough when I'm creating stuff for myself. That's awesome. And is this something, and you may not want to say, is this something that you're working on for like a book, comic book? Or is it a 3D animation? Just reading stuff. Well, that's cool, man. You don't have to have. This is good stuff, though, man. And the protectorate, you're talking about the. This is basically a. Is this like Earth-based or is it some other? You may not want to say at this point. Circus Digi, how are you doing, sister? My fish and chips. I think you've done a bang-up job, dude. The evaluation team is integrated into the operational structure. Facilitas. This looks great, man. Like it, man. It's good stuff. And you've even got sections in here using Google. Look at you using Google Docs. Look at you. Oh, okay. I've never done an outline that in Google. I use Google Docs a little bit. I use Google Sheets constantly. It's good stuff, man. I know I like it. It's great. Looks great, man. I will, and I will read. I can read over it thoroughly too. But a little bit of both. I want to sort of create a game that allows players to explore the lore. It's not Earth based. It takes place very okay. All right, kind of like Galaxy Far, Far Away, kind of Star Wars. But yeah, awesome, man. No, it looks great. It looks absolutely fantastic. And like I said, I'd be happy to like read over it more. And this is going to take all stream. Let's get to frame 300 in because this is basically I've got one scene that goes all the way to the carrier landing, and there's 3D text that says summer 1993, and then from there it just the camera stops and then seamlessly transitions over to the beginning of the episode where you see the character start. Um, but no, that looks awesome, Lost. Absolute fantastic. Beautiful day in this neighborhood. Yeah, we'll get to frame 300 and then I'll hold off because this is going to take a little bit to. Yeah, I've heard that UE5 renders really fast too. Like I said, I've got some people's like they swear by UE5, even just because you don't have to make a game in UE. It is geared towards making game and provides the assets and the resources that you need to make. Isn't there a Unreal basically shop or store where you can buy 3D assets and stuff like that? And I think you could probably convert them into Blender if you. And I have never done anything with you. My experience is I've got a little bit of experience with Unity, and I've played around with. I went and checked out the Unity store. There was some free stuff on there, but I never actually converted it into stuff for Blender. Actually stuff that I could use. So yeah, we'll let this go for a minute. Still frame 300, and then I want to, as I was saying, I want to play around with this dynamic stylized water that I was using the other day, and I think I might have figured out why when I put a cube simulation, it didn't actually displace the water. There may be something I have to do to the cube. Oh, you bought a ton of UE5 stuff? Yeah, I need to look. Download. Do you do that from the Epic Game? Download. I could just do it right here. You have to sign in. I don't. They even have a real-time weather system that you can customize. It's honestly really good, and auto terrain, etc. It's honestly perfect if you are an indie. And I guess I need to look into it. Blender's great, but if this could speed things up. Now, do they have any lip syncing tools, Lost Tales, in UE5? The only thing I worry about is all the assets I have getting them in UE5. And I know there is a tool that Daz Studio, Daz 3D produces. It's a Blender, or I'm sorry, Daz Studio to Unreal Engine 5 bridge. I don't know how well it works. Download. Oh. So basically, you probably have to do this in the Epic, and I already have the Epic Game Launcher. Omniverse, right? Yeah. So I was just wondering how that sounds awesome. Glitter's amazing. It just takes too long. Yes, they do. In fact, I've used motion capture on my iPhone. Very simple. You don't have to use the UE5 skeleton either. Maybe I need to look into this some more. Maybe I need to look into it some more. I'm clicking download, but it doesn't do anything. I might be able to download it from the Epic Game Launcher, right? here. Got a game. Oh, I uninstalled it. Worry about it later. But I need to check it out, man. If it would make things much simpler and much more straightforward to use, then maybe I need to look into it and seriously consider doing it. You know, um, yeah. Oh, we're at 302. So, what I want to do is let's go back into my. And I think I started to work with it already. Scene 3, X, scene 1. Okay, let's do this. Let me go show you what I've got. Do this here, here. Okay. Close the other. Save this. Then we'll open this one. So what's cool about this one is basically you've got a dynamic water simulation as you simulation nodes, so that when you'll see here in the animation when this sphere moves through the water, it actually displaces the water, and then there's a water shader. Now, from when I took this and appended it to another Blender file, it looks like when you bring in dynamic water simulation, it also brings in the shader nodes. Let's turn this on. What's weird is they've so like when you play it, see that it like display like when the sphere goes through the water shader, places the water, and that's really what I want to try. And so I guess what I Blender's amazing. It just takes two. Yes, they do. In fact, they have used motion capture on my iPhone. Very simple. Don't have to use UE5 skeleton. You are just doing animation renders. I can get a bit ridiculous when setting up cameras, though. I won't lie. Yeah, I understand. You're playing around. You're playing around and learning, though. How hard is it to export UE environments into Blender? That's a good question. Just assets with materials, no sims. Never experienced exported to Blender, but I think you need to bake textures and then just export as an FBX. That makes sense. There's definitely tutorials on it, I'm sure. Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Maybe I need to take, UE5 more seriously, right? One thing I noticed with this right here, sphere here. I think it's sphere, is that there is a. I saw somewhere where there was a solidify modifier. Oh, it's dynamic. Oh, so they put a solidify modifier on the plane. Maybe that's the thing that I was missing. Okay, I see. Thanks. I would imagine it works well enough. I just want to access those juice mega scan. Also, there is a terrain add-on for Blender that's pretty amazing. I saw Markham 3D using it the other day. I don't know if you know about that one. Looks pretty awesome. And it's really quick and straightforward to make some really cool terrain. I don't know how much the add-on is. I'm into using tools. There's something that I remember when I was looking at Terrain Creator, which this is an app. I'm not sure which, like I said, I don't know which one he was using. Some of this stuff can do stuff for you really quickly. I think that's $20. Cheap for now. George Lucas said, I don't use tools to make a movie. I make a movie using tools. And it was so awesome because it's like, I think, some people are like, oh, I want to use this latest and greatest tool. It's so cool. It's so hip. I want to brag about it. Other people because it's the latest and greatest thing. And they are so focused on using these tools that it's more about the tools than it is actually making a show or movie that's entertaining for people to watch. But he was talking about he makes a movie using tools. The movie is the focus, and it's like, okay, I want to do this, I want to make this, and I want to create this. What tools do I need to use to make this happen? It doesn't matter about the tools. It's whatever I need to use to make this thing amazing. And it doesn't matter whether people like that tool or not. I am just making the movie. It doesn't matter in the end. So between Substance Painter for small details, UE5 environment, and large-scale textures, and Blender for my characters, I should be said, just have to actually finish the scene someday. Yes, I feel you. I feel you. I have everything I need. It's just a learning curve for me at this point. That's the biggest thing. It's always a learning. It looks like they got a ton of tools out. Just spending enough time. Yep, it's always. But yeah, this looks great. Procedural train with water add-on. I mean, $13. What? Not rated really well. And it doesn't show for 3. So many cool tools. He might have been using this one. I just don't know. Plus 10 sales, 5 out of 5. Looks cool. But so yeah, what I was gonna do is take this. I'm gonna create another Blender project for testing. This in here. And then what I want to do is delete everything from the scene. And I want to go File, End. And we're going to go to where we have this. Need to take it out of add-ons. It's not an add-ons. And then I want to append the node tree, which I don't care about the algae part of it. I want the dynamic water simulation. Fine. It brings that in. What I want to do is do Shift A, plane. You guys can tell me if I'm wrong about how I'm importing this dynamic water simulation. But then what I want to do is go to geometry. I don't have to be in there. You could do anything from any one of the tabs. It's just that this is already set up for it. Then I want to go select this from what I figured out, add modifier, go to a geometry node. And we want to select the dynamic water simulation. Happen to scale. We lost our plane. Because it's in a different location. I mean, that one's at the origin too, right? It's right on the origin. So what happened to our... Okay. Lose our plane? What size it is? Copy. Take this. Very, very large. Great. Now when I apply the modifier, what does it do? I guess we could do it down here too, and I think it automatically... Now, what happened to the plane? Why did we lose our plane? It's still there, but it's did it change some visibility options or something? Wait a minute. Is it just so tiny? Oh. Doesn't scale. Why won't it? That's interesting. What did I do wrong that's not allowing that to scale? Weird. I thought I was doing this the other day and it worked fine. I appended this. What Alto Eager! Woo! How are you doing, my friend? Welcome into the stream. It's good to see you. You don't sneak in silently. I have integrated stealth technology and my in my tactical shades here. I see everything. I have to step away for a moment to get some groceries. Hey, no problem. Thank you, Lost Tales, for being in here, my friend. Enough time. Yes, that's the big thing, contradiction design. Finding the time to do. I thought I heard something just now. Yes, Alto Eager. Woo! How are you doing, my friend? Thank you for coming in. I don't know why this is doing this. You're cloaked. Got your stealth technology in there. So, I don't understand why I'm losing. Why do I lose the plane? So, pull this down here to the... I want to see the shader too. And thank you, Contradiction Design. I know you guys are busy. You got things going on in your life and stuff. Still find time to come in. Thank you for being in here. Appreciate that. You guys are awesome. Woo! Absolutely beautiful you are, Rizeli. And so when I select like Dynamic Sim, this does have a solidify modifier on it. Okay, let's look at that solidify modifier. What's really wild is why when I select this plane, does it not bring up the solidify modifier? Probably because it's already applied. Maybe it's already applied. Wish I could look at that and see what that... Anyway, let's just apply the solidify modifier. And see how it goes. Let's just play around with it. I'm good. I'm good. I'm glad to hear you're well. Hello, even. Woo! Love it. Now we're going to apply dynamic water simulation. Now, why can't I apply this? What did I do? What did I break? Probably we need to make that new. I don't understand why it's just disappearing. Why did it disappear? Where did it go? It's still at the origin. I mean, it's not in the environment at all, right? We would see that. Get this. Why did it just everything vanish? When I apply the modifier. I was doing it yesterday and it worked, and now it doesn't. This doesn't make sense. Try this again. From scratch, right? Don't know why. Same place your brain went. Yeah, maybe. Same place mine went too. Jeez, good God. Is it the weekend yet? So, got that in there. Bring in a plane, mesh, and I'm just going to size it to what it was. In the other, go what the size is. So the plane is there. File append. And maybe I'm not appending the right thing, you know? That's not what I want. Let's go here. That, copy. Dynamic water blend. And I was doing just the node tree. And I want to bring in the dynamic water simulation, which also brings in the shader nodes. It appears to bring in the shader nodes. What else I would be able to append, you know? Append. Animation on there. Select that, and then ended that. Maybe this just isn't made for doing this. Oh shit! Wrong version of Blender. Be it too. This is in 3.3. No, this doesn't work. I think there's some geometry nodes in this that actually are better for actually work. Bring the plane in. There, same size it is the other one to test, and then file append. I'm gonna go to there, file, import node tree, and dynamic water. Now, let's go over to the shading. I'm going to add, select that. Water sand. We have to create. That was it. Using the wrong version of Blender. So that's there. It not only brings in those geometry nodes, but it apparently also brings in shader nodes too. Because if you look at the shaders, shader editor, and select dynamic water shader, and then you can take a look at it. Bring in a doing. Okay, that's good. Doesn't quite look right. Um, but what I was thinking was cute. And then what I wanted to do, let's files there. Dynamic water, I guess it is. Oh, that. Beautiful. Now what we're going to do is select that. Can you guys hear me okay? Audio okay? Sound. What I'm going to do is select that. And then one thing I noticed is that there is an actual solidify modifier. Why am I having trouble finding this? Generate. Where's the solidify modifier? Um, awesome. Thank you. Thank you, my friend. Thank you, Alto Eager. Where's the solidify? Does nothing. I just don't understand enough about geometry, yes, to make geometry. I already have. And then let's play around with the scale. It doesn't. I mean, it doesn't look like the other one. Maybe I just doing it this way is not the right way to handle it. Don't know enough about geometry to make this work. I don't know what this. Why do you need this? I don't understand. I just don't understand enough about the modifier. It's like he provided it, but I don't. I haven't been able to make it work, which is why I just kind of put it off to the side. Because if it's going to take too long, I'm trying to make a story. You know, it is artistic, but I'm trying to make a story in a reasonable period of time. I can't do something in a reasonable. I've got way too much to do to handle. Like focus on one single thing for a huge amount of. Yeah, I don't know. It's not working. What's interesting is if I bring in more of this stuff, it starts to kind of work, I guess. I don't really. I can't select. Delete it. I don't want it. Need it. Need Suzanne head either. volume. What if we just, yeah. And then the sphere, it's animated. There. Okay, what did we just do? How do we wreck this? Wrecked it. Oh, I must have deleted on it. Weird. So the sphere, and then these curves are just what that sphere is following. The mission on it. Oh, dynamic water shader test scene. This is different. So he's doing more with that. Cow down on some nachos. Oh my God, you've got to share. Where'd you get the nachos? Taco Bell? Or is it a fine dining restaurant? So this shader is a little bit different. Oh, this may use dynamic water sim in the shader. There may be a node where it's bringing in all of this as one node in the shader. You know what I mean? But I don't, to be honest with you, Lost Tales, I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this yet. I'm just trying to figure out like how this is working. So once I understand how the animation was handled, how it works, then I can take and apply that shader maybe to my ocean and then have, or maybe create a plane behind the ship that's on a different plane than the ocean, and then figure out what to do from there. I'm not even sure yet. I'm just kind of learning how this simulation is working because I don't know. Yeah, that's a good question. I don't know yet. I just don't know. So there is a difference here. How do I get just to show this one thing? I think there's something you could do to expand that and zoom in on it. I forgot how to do it. One thing area I see different. All of this is the same, right? Well, there's this. There's a that's it. I think that's it. One of them anyway. That doesn't have that. No, it does. That's scene. Got geometry back facing and then transparent. Oh, okay. And you don't have that over. So there's more you have to do. But yeah, it's a good question. I'm not sure. I want to delete the select this sphere, and I want to take and just do basically this and remove, and just kind of like, okay, take and put this gizmos and with the order. What if I do just take that and we're going to move it along the surface? 0 location. Nope. I location. No, no, no. I location. Let's go to like 30. I it is moving. I see it. I see it. Yep, I see the foam and everything. Okay. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. Making progress here. Don't know if it's what I want to use for doing. 100. Data. That's fine. 30. Here. I think I put it in. Episodes. Sure. Let's create a one folder. Render. Here. Copy. There. Here. Do. Oh, no, 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 no. Renders. That's. What was I trying to do? No, I don't want to move those. So we're going to go render, select that folder right there, say accept. That's where we're going to put our. So it is working. So we're making some progress here. We got this. And I'm going to render this for those frames. Say render animation. How this works. Animation. Ah. Base. There. Oh, output's wrong. Okay, copy. Copy. There. I want to go to that folder, and now we should be okay. Oh, that's why no camera. So let's bring a camera in. Camera, select that. 0. Camera in. Put it in an area. That. There. You, you, that. Right. That looks good. Say, good. File, save, render. Lighting's not that great. Oh yeah, we don't have lighting in the scene, so let's do that. World, color. There we go. Now we want to go to texture. Now, this is pretty much the kind of lighting I'm using in Navy. I'll say save, then render. Terrible. Nearly as good. Aren't we getting that? Oh. What is this? Studio light. I think, can you go to path? Then I want to actually use that. Where do I get the path? I want to use that lighting because it looks really, really, really good. But the other lighting I'm using, it doesn't look. Yeah, I'm trying to get this lighting. Why don't I? The other thing is I did not subdivide the plane, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Crap. It's a little better. I guess it's. This lighting doesn't look good. Back to default. Yeah, this lighting is just not. Do this. Roll. Roll. This. Not a fan of the weather add-on for Blender. Dynamic weather is name. Oh, okay. I've never used it. I don't know much about it. What is it? Is it environment? That put there. And then what I want to do is I wanted to go to where this located. How do I find out where that? When I right click, view, copy data path. Creates clouds for you, etc. Very easy to use. I can't remember if you have buy it or if it comes with Blender. Oh yeah, there is a. I don't know if dynamic weather is. There's like dynamic sky and things. That's completely useless. How do I go to where that path is located? Dear God. Get out. I just want to find this lighting. That's all I want to do. Useless. I'm double checking right now. Okay. This is painful. Absolutely. Nauseating. What I do is copy the name and yeah, I could do that. I don't know if it even provided the name. Did it? Can't get to anything useful here. Get the name. Got to do this weird shit. I could find it faster than Windows can. Come on, man. Let's see. Go to. It's just nauseatingly painful. Program file. Blender Foundation. Blender 3.6. Data files. Studio Lights. Faster than Windows. Studio Light. World. Okay, here we go. Open. Open again. There, copy. There. That should be so much easier to do. I guess it was it Studio? I guess it wasn't Studio. That doesn't look too bad. But I don't need the background. I think there's a way to do. That's fine. So what I want to do is go here and now render that. There. Now let's render it. Render. I want to see this move across. I think the water could be better if I subdivided the plane. I wanted to turn off the background image and just have the lighting, but actually see. There we go. Yes, dynamic sky, and that's what I was using, Lost Tales, when I had the Nishida effect. That was using That was using one of the dynamic. There's like multiple different names for dynamic sky. I'm using dynamic sky in the Navy story, particular one that my friend pointed out to me, which I really like for the show, but it's just not lighting up the plane very well. Yes, Blender has an asset browser. That's one of the drawbacks. Like, I know they changed over to the asset browser in 3.4 or 3.5. Before that, they had pose libraries. And I'm using a lip sync tool. It's an add-on for Blender. It's free. It's called Rhubarb. And it's a really nice lip sync tool where it will automatically analyze the file and then apply the proper lip sync motion, and then you just kind of have to tweak it. It really helps out a lot. You create one of those things called phonemes, which is the shape of the mouth for certain sounds like vowels and sounds. And then what you do is you apply those to you tell what vowels that rhubarb can access, and then it will when you um, give it a sound file where there's talking, it will automatically apply the lip sync, and you just have to kind of tweak it. Um, and it works great. It kind of speeds up the process of lip syncing. The problem is that tool only works with the pose libraries, and Blender changed from pose libraries to the asset browser. Now, everything, shaders, materials, it could even be meshes, and poses all go into the asset browser. The problem is this add-on doesn't know about the asset browser, and I've tried to use it with the asset browser and it doesn't work. The person who created rhubarb hasn't been able to update their tool because they've been busy, so it doesn't work with the asset browser. So I have to use rhubarb with an older version of Blender that has the asset browser, and then create the action of the lip sync. And then once I get it tweaked, bring that into the newer version of Blender, bring that action into the newer version of Blender. Unfortunately, there are no other automatic lip sync tools. One called SyncNix, which helps provide a lot of tools for lip syncing, but it doesn't provide automatic lip syncing. And the creator of that tool said, hey, I'm going to do that in the future when I have time. But he hasn't had time. Too difficult to update to the latest version then? No, I can update to the latest version of Blender. Whenever I'm using my lip syncing, I have to use an older version of Blender and bring in the action. Like append the action to the new version of Blender. And that works fine. The problem is remembering, okay, to open the character up for lip sync in Blender 3.3 and then open up my scene and everything else in Blender 3.6. And I often get those confused. I forget. And then I open in 3.6 and then it's a mess. I wish there was a better solution. Maybe what I need to do is spend some time looking into UE5 and really learn that, because it sounds like there's some great tools. But if I'm in Blender, rhubarb's the best. I don't know of any other automatic lip syncing tool. I don't know of any other automatic lip syncing tool. No? I don't. Okay. So yeah, I don't know of any other tool. Looks like this is working, and it looked like it was rippling in, at least in. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe it doesn't look like it's doing anything right now. We'll see. But yeah, no, I can't update to the latest because my scene for like Navy stories, I'm using the latest version of Blender. So I can't. The problem is the rhubarb add-on doesn't even appear if it can't, I think, recognize the pose library. So like where rhubarb normally is, it doesn't appear unless you set up a pose library. And you can't set up a pose library in newer versions of Blender because they've removed that. It's deprecated. It doesn't exist anymore. It's the asset browser. I just have to remember how to deal with it. There's a way to deal with it. It still works. It's just a little bit cumbersome and it's painful, unfortunately. I don't know of any other way around it. So. I don't know if this is actually working. Looked like it was working when I was doing my, like, basically testing. In, like, playing the animation in the viewport. Now it doesn't. Thank you for the likes video, everyone. I appreciate that. That does really help to the content and what I'm attempting and what I'm trying to do here on you know, do you use do you go to Rumble much, Lost Tales? I put my basically my animated shows up on Rumble, and they seem to get regular viewership, which is interesting. Okay, let's go ahead and here, and what I'm going to do is bring that in and just play that and save that the animation temporarily here. Really quick way to do it. So dynamic water, I guess it is. One. There it is. There. I think I put that in the wrong location. Absolutely did. Save at top. File. Save as. I think it did actually move. Kind of hard to tell, but I think it did actually ripple. A better way to do this might be have it go faster through water. And let's bring back our action. Let's just bring up. Actually, no. Yep. Let's have it go. We're gonna go I-ation and have it go to there, 30, and we'll move it past the plane. That I. So basically, it's going to move like see the ripple more. Okay? So let's render that. There. Cycle bin. Make sure we got enough space on our drives. I've got another hard drive in my system. It's a hard disk drive, old rotating disk, but it's large. Oh, shit, man! Deleted the damn files. What are you doing? In games, man. Okay, anyway, I think I've got enough space. There we go. I got enough. We're gonna render your animation. Yes, I do. I forgot what we were talking about now. I see a couple pressure waves behind the sphere, but they seem like they're not acting like a wake. Yeah, I think it's just the speed at which that's running through. So we're doing it at a much higher rate here. No, I think this is outside of it. Let's get to where start rendering from like 8. Don't need to waste time rendering parts of the scene that are affected by it. Just go to the frame 8 and say file, save, render. There we go. This is where the shit hits the fan. And you know what? Here, let's do this. So, copy. There, enter. There. That. View details. Lower the sample rate. Render. We're just testing, right? Save. We could probably even go lower than that. I see a couple pressure waves behind the sphere. See, yeah. So we'll see. I think it just wasn't moving fast enough. Wasn't moving this. Okay, wasn't moving the sphere fast. Beautiful day in this neighborhood. So probably could even do it at a level of 5. Rendering pretty fast. So yeah, I definitely see it there. I definitely see. My concern is doing this simulation on the big carrier, like, and it's with dynamic paint. I had to move the ship super fast to get even a reasonable looking wake. And it just looks cartoonish because the carrier's running like 150 miles an hour through the water. And that's not realistic, right? So, yeah. Too bad you can't do like a mass or the weight of something. I think you can do that in, can you do that with fluid simulation in Blender? Huh. Like set up a mass for the size of the thing and say this is really big. It's going to create a really large wave. Maybe I'll just have to go back to doing this myself and taking planes and creating my own planes and doing it like a fake simulate, a fake kind of wake that isn't real, but it looks good. But yeah, this is definitely going. Woo! Beautiful! Full there, save as. One. Yeah. Two. Here. I can do this in UE5? Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah. And it might be easier too. So I'm seriously considering, man, just switching over to UE5 and play around with it. The only thing is like the learning curve. I know so much in Blender, and it's going to be like starting all over again. UE5. So now I'm going to play this. So that is a problem with these faster approximates water. They run well, but are not accurate. Then I run the aircraft carrier. Blender can probably have to create a node or something. Well, that's what we're, if you're talking about water simulation, that's what we're doing with geometry. I don't know if that's what you're. Yes, huge file and hard to work with. Yeah, so you get a wake in there. That's what I'm looking for. Now you can create anything you want to with like the water. No, it doesn't be, it just has to look good, you know? Let's see, now that we've done that, what I would like to do is create my own sphere. Not this sphere, but I create my own thing. We're going to create a cube, right? Doesn't have to have anything on it. But I think you have to put a solidify modifier. Otherwise, it doesn't work. No, we don't. With edge light. So why is it impacting the? Well, let's see. Hold on. Go here, okay? And then what we're gonna do is Shift S, cursor to select it. Take that, Shift S, selection of cursor, and we're gonna say right there, we're gonna go to 30. Select the sphere, Shift S, select it, then the sphere, Shift S, then I. Right? And then what we're going to do is come back over here, 8, select the sphere, and just delete animation on cube. Cube isn't affecting it. Not affecting it. So But sphere is. Why? Why is the sphere affecting it? Um, yeah, that's true. It doesn't need to be. Gotta run to lunch. See you later. Hey, thank you so much, Contradiction Design. Seriously, I really appreciate the time you spend in here, all the help and support and love and all that. I appreciate it. Hope you have a great lunch. And I'll be talking to you soon, man. We stay in contact. So, woo! Alto Eager, all of you awesome faces in here. Yeah, Lost Tales. That's the thing, is that it's just like to get something good. I don't understand why this sphere, unless there is some applied modifier that isn't showing up in here. And I thought there was a way. Oh, it does. It has edge light. That's just the lighting. It's just the lighting. It's just a material for the lighting that wouldn't affect it. Later, I'm gonna be more quiet. Thank you so much, Alto Eager. I appreciate you being here, and I know you're busy during your day. I love you to death. All of you guys, thank you for coming by and hanging out with me. It brightens my day. It's like hanging out with friends, on the journey through life. So I appreciate it. Take care. Hope you have a great rest of your day at work. Woo! Beautiful. I just don't. I guess I don't understand why the sphere is impacting this, but the is it because on the modifier? Ah, I think I understand. So we have to change this. I think we have to change this. Have to be an empty. He probably said, I think all of this was basically supplied by the creator of the dynamic water. I think I've got it, Alto Eager. He basically has an empty, but that's not an empty. That's a cube. Works. So it's just the way he designed that. So now is the cube moving? Now I want to take the animation off the sphere X. There we go. Basically what you're doing is it says empty, but in this modifier, woo, beautiful. I think we're making some progress. Oh my God, we are. What is the key? Oh, it doesn't have to have a modifier. You go to the plane, and in the dynamic water simulation, this empty, you're supplying the object, the mesh object that's an effector to the plane. Oh my God, that's gorgeous. So I think I might be able to bring this into my other scene. So let's go in here, and what we'll do, I want to render this because I'm so excited about this. So there we go. I don't know if it'll look good, but hey, we're going to try it, right? That's all we can do. Dynamic water test, so X. And let's go and do a renderization. I think that we could probably do like samples 5. We're that and say Render. Render. Animation. Oh, hide the. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, okay. He basically has an empty, and then the sphere is connected to the empty. So what I could do is make an empty and then supply the cube, and then say that empty is what I supply over here. But it looks like, from what I can see, it looks like um, you can just supply the object directly. It doesn't have to be. So, yeah. Now, the sphere's not moving anyway, which is fine. But what I'm going to do is hide the empty. Actually, hide the, okay. Now, what I'm going to do is go save and render. Yep. Okay. Now, great. So, hey, Arya, how are you doing? Welcome into the stream, my friend. How's it going? I saw your messages. I think you just, I don't know if you subscribed to the channel. I think you did, but thank you for that. And thank you for the messages that you like the video. Hope you're doing well, my friend, and having a great week so far. It is a beautiful day in this neighborhood. Woo! Beautiful. I love it, right? And it looks like it is creating somewhat of a, which is great. So yeah, I'm just testing this out. Good. So now that I know that I could apply it to an object, maybe I can bring it into my other scene, and then apply it there. See what we can do. But it is infecting. It is an effector for that. Yeah. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Well, it's got 2 more frames to do. It is a beautiful day in this neighborhood, though. I'll tell you, ladies. So let's hide that. Duplicate my note. So let's take a look and that render, come over here. This file as you just go dynamic water. Let it go. Creating awake. That's the only concern I have, is that you're gonna have to make it go stupid fast in order to create a noticeable wake that so let's do this, and I'm gonna bring in my other, close that now, or we might just keep it open for reference. Now what I'm gonna do is go to this, and then let's turn off my other, that wake. But let's do a, oh, the main problem though is that my issue is this is linked into the file. So it's not actually a mesh is truly in here. Let's just do, grab one of these. I did bring in the hull. So let's just turn this on. Actually, let's duplicate this. And then what I want to do is create a new, and I'm going to do dynam water, and this hide. We're going to play around and then hide. Just have. I just want to do a little how it looks. Want beautiful. And then let's hide this for. Let's bring in a plane. I'm going to go Shift A, mesh. We're going to expand it significantly. Then actually, let's bring in ocean. That is for that plane. Now, I want it to be on the same level, look like it's there, which is right. Then I want to move the plane over here. Okay. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in File, stay on this collection. Then File, End. I'm going to append here. Add-ons. And there. That. Leave everything like there like that. And then I think that brings in brings up. So bring up a then do going to look different. Hey, what's going on, Soren? How are you doing today, my friend? Welcome into the stream. It's good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. So on this one, I had to bring in here. Didn't I have to bring in new nodes? Yeah. Oh, okay. Bring in. So I shouldn't have created my own mistake. What I need to bring in is that. So append. I'm going to append. But we can scale it. Ah. Um, why it's not? Oh, I know why. I think maybe that's fine. I don't know why the water doesn't look right. Maybe it'll still work. Thanks. Feel great. Feel happy. Awesome, man. That's good. That's great to hear. That is fantastic to hear, my friend. Sounds like things are going well. I'm gonna leave that there. We're doing some bake stuff because we have. No, no, no. This is right. This is right. So, what I was gonna do is change this to the here. Make that. The water's not looking in the that. Looks like well, hold on a second. Bring in this collection. File in. Bring in the whole. Oh no, that okay. Wait, wait, wait. Want to volume. Don't care about. Sandhead. I don't care about this. That's. I think that I'm not scaling it right. I don't know. Hide the volume. Like that. Have the maybe because of the way I scale. I am scaling it quite a bit. Oh yeah, it does. It does. It does. It does. It does. Okay, it's good. There we go. There it is. Yeah. Do yes, do it like that. Thousand's fine. I could even do it less than. But what I'm going to do now But I'm happy you feel great, man. How is your parents doing? They're doing fine. Erots. Dynamic paint. Okay, so I'm going to turn on. And then I want to take, actually, 50 63. Copy, hide that, take this, and carriers there. Actually looks pretty good. Scale it up some. Do that just as a test right now. And then what we'll do, zoom out, turn, I'm gonna go to this, and under dynamic water simulation, I'm going to select the carrier. There, that, and then make that the thing that's the this. They are healthy and happy as well, but I have to keep an eye on them every day when they're out more or less. Yes, they can. They're very smart and they're very curious. They will get themselves into trouble for sure, my friend. Beautiful. I want to take this. Oh, there we go. Hide that. Oh, because the geonode is. I want to get rid of this thing. Here. But I care for them a lot. They make me smile every day. They are awesome. That is awesome. I love to hear it. Absolutely love to hear it. So if you're what we're doing is taking something that's fairly new. It's dynamic water simulation, and trying to see if we can basically use a geonode simulation node simulate like you can have an object move water, and it does a great job. But why is that there? I want to get rid of that sphere. Why do I care? And I don't get rid of the algae. Oh, okay. That's why. Now what I want to do is it's going to move through here really fast, but I want to check on this. I basically take. I can move the ocean too. Move the carrier. Bring it back. Looks like it is affecting the water. Yep, it out of the carrier. So we're going to take and go patient over here. It is moving. I. Let's just do this and see. And then what we'll do is we'll bring a camera in. I think we've already got a camera. I'm going to take the test camera, right, and then bring it into the viewport. This. And I want to have parented to that. So camera and shift carrier and P, So now when the carrier moves, and work. So what we're going to do, let me make this linear down here. Select and make graph editor movement of the carrier. Oh, it's already linear. Okay. Fine. That's good. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Woo! Beautiful. All right. Now, save this as. All right. But thank you for coming in today, Soren. I'm glad you could make it by. Always awesome to have you in. Beautiful day in this one. So I'm going to have it go there. And then what I want to do is render this, probably not at a very high resolution. Go like 5. I don't know how good that's going to do that and say render. Render animation. Oh, where's this going? Copy there. Select all. Delete. Items. Go. I good. Now, that station there. Go. Persistent data. Output. This. And then, yeah. Okay. So now we're going to go. Wake. Be awake. There's somebody that's actually working on an add-on that would be perfect for the Blender market, but I think he just released like a test of this, thing. I think that did anything. Let's just make an animation video. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do anything. Did nothing. Okay. Did I didn't have to add a solidify modifier. Now there's one on this, right? Yeah, there. If I select that and go to modifier, down, go in there, and that maybe because I scaled everything, I have to change some. I scaled it really, really large. And it is dynamic water. So it is that one, dynamic water shader 2, and then that affects it. I don't know why that's not working. Maybe try cube. This here, back, and what we're going to do is select that, Shift S, select cursor to selected, then Shift A, mesh cube, scale that one up. Then hide that, select plane, and then change cube, move it down. And now I want to take and then go back to and then select that, and here select the cube, move that mesh cube. Now we're going to run this and see. We're going to take the cube here, say here 30, Shift S, selected, and there, S, and I. Now that's following. We're going to take that a curve and make it here, back. I don't know why it's rising up like that, but as long as it's moving through the water, it should hide that there. Select that. I think a water trail though. Let's do a hide that. That's like that. A make it a speed. Then what we'll do is that in that empty. I don't know. It doesn't seem to be. There doesn't seem to be a wake on it. Worked over there. Select that. Hmm. Well, I don't know. Working on the scaling. Oh, I don't know. Um, oh, okay. This needs to be. Okay, well, wait. Hold on. Home. Dynamic water. I don't know why it's not working. Material and basically vector more there. It's not working. After here, just talking about Baldur's Gate 3 with someone while I listen. Okay, cool. I've been watching some Baldur's Gate streams kind of in the background. Ah, okay. I don't know why this is not working. Make it bigger, I guess. I don't know. Scale it. No, I don't know. Sure. Irritating. Worked over there. I don't know why it wasn't. Is it working? It's the same damn hide everything. Playing games. Literally selected the same thing. Why are you fucking around? No idea. I don't know. Way. Here. I actually do. Is maybe it is not affecting it, not displacing them. It is, but it's not really affecting it as much as I like. Um, yeah, it's kind of hard to tell because I did scale things up significantly. He is doing something. Back over here. Do the I have to modify something in the not doing enough for me to see it. Very subtle. I think there's one of these values. Empty mask, correction. Not sure what I can do to make the waves increase the What do I have to increase the wake, the effect of this thing on that? First, foam density. Density puts their attribute foam direction, foam density. Zero to one. Forces this to be up to a value of thing is I need to figure out how to adjust that. Because it is getting awake, but it's barely noticeable. I have to play around with figuring out how to get it adjusted right. You know? And what impact? Don't know what I need to do to affect the wave. That's a driver. Got a driver on it. Yeah. Yeah, there's just not enough displacement of the water. Maybe this. It's not displacing. Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate. It's a pretty nice game. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people playing it. Yeah, got to be a way to change the scale of that. Right, that thick, this thick. New game. I don't know. Yeah, I've people playing it. Not impacting the water enough. Pretty broken in terms of the dialogue and cutscenes, but the gameplay is really fun. Yeah, and I saw Az doing a the playing it the other day, and he said some of the dialogue sounded like it was uneven, like they had some dialogue recorded and they wanted to add some later. So like the emotions of the characters aren't like right, in some scenes, like they called them back in to do additional reading or something. It's interesting. So yeah, I just don't know how I can displace this more. Get it to the point it can be displaced. I don't know. It does something. It's just not effect isn't that great. Guess I'll have to play around with this later. Maybe it just wasn't really intended to work at this size. There's got to be something I can do to fix it. Mm. Yeah. Foam mask, trail height map. Oh, water height map. test. Right. Do a water height map. Yeah, I don't know. Distortion. I don't know. I have to play around with it. Yeah, it worked on a smaller scale. Maybe it was never intended to be large. I just don't know enough about geometry now. To correct this. Mm-hmm. Rail. Seems like it'd be this though. Doing much of anything. Um. Oh, it looks sexy now. Oh, I mean, enough about this. It says empty. What this is? Contrast. White direction. I think it's foam direction. White direction out. Color. Empty. This. This. Can't get it to appear create enough of a displacement. Oh, I'm gonna have to play around with it some more. Probably have to get off here because I got to go eat and take care of some things. But thank you everyone for coming by today. I do appreciate that. I'll work on it, maybe demonstrate it next stream, see if I can get it working. I don't know if it's going to produce the kind of result that I want for my show or not. But hey, I made a little progress in trying to get it worked out. Definitely, I did massively increase the size of the scale of that plane. So that's affecting things, but I don't know how to get it to change the way the displacement works so you can actually see it visually much better here. I don't know. But thank you so much. Soren, thank you for coming in. Lost Tales, we got Arya, Alto Eager, all of you awesome faces coming by today. I do appreciate it and hope that you all have an amazing rest of your week and a fantastic weekend as well. If I don't get a chance to see you again, thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Hides from salad. Oh, it sounds good. I would love to have some of that. I don't mind if I do, my friend. Thank you so much, Lost Tales. All we talk every once in a while. And then Alto Eager, thank you so much for coming in. All of you guys, I appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your week. Awesome Friday. And slide on into hopefully what is an awesome weekend for you. Guys, take care. And I'll put my stream schedule out this coming Sunday, early next week, probably Sunday. I'll let you know what times I'm streaming. I know I did 2 times this week. I had a birthday stream on Tuesday, and of course today, Thursday. But I'll put my stream schedule out next week so you know. Okay? All of you, take care. Have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you. Woo! See you later, everyone.